Surrender does not mean that you're giving up. Allow me to explain a little bit about the frequency of surrender versus giving up. Surrender is actually part of the divine feminine energy. Surrender means that you are allowing, while you are fully aware of everything that's going on, you're allowing and accepting and trusting that everything is okay. Giving up is from the wounded energy, and it means that maybe you're not trusting, and so you're giving up. Maybe you're frustrated. Maybe you're angry. Maybe you feel like you've tried everything and nothing's working, and so you throw up your hands and say, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to give up. You can see the difference. You can feel the difference in surrender versus giving up. And surrender is such a beautiful energy because it allows you to be in 0 point. It allows you to observe with neutrality and melt into, sink into the experience. So even though it is a feminine energy, you can be a man to know how to surrender and have that experience. It's not male or female. It's not like that. It's that feminine trust. I'm taken care of, I'm supported, I'm loved. And you can just melt. And so you can feel the pacing of my voice today and the pacing of my energy because I'm going through a deep transformation, one that involves surrender, deep surrender. And surrender is accepting of the experience. So when you go through something, when you're trying to achieve something or create something or work through something with a loved one, whatever the circumstance is, when you can embody the frequencies of surrender, there is a deep knowing that no matter what happens, that everything will be okay, that you're taken care of, you're loved, supported. Whereas giving up is, I can't do this anymore. I'm just going to throw it all away. I'm just going to walk away. And what is that born out of? You know, it's different for everyone, but like I said before, maybe that frustration or that anger or some type of woundedness. I don't want to face that wound I need to heal. So instead of going in deep, I'm just going to walk away. I'm going to bail. I'm going to give up. See, surrender and giving up are actually kind of opposites in that way. I'd love to hear your experience of when you surrendered, and I'd love to hear your experience of when you just decided to give up and throw it away, if you've had one of those. I'd like to share one of my first embodied experiences of surrender. It was 2012. I was in Costa Rica in the ocean, and it was the last day that I was there, and I didn't want to leave, and so I was in the ocean and I started floating. Now, probably most of you don't know this about me, but I don't float well in water. I don't know if I just don't have enough buoyancy or what it is, but my head sinks, my feet sink, whatever. I don't float well. But on this occasion, I was able to float. And as I realized that I could float, I relaxed in my body, and there were rocks all around in the ocean. Like, it might not have been the best idea what I was doing, but I just let go within my being. I let go of tension. I let go of any anxiety, and I rested in my body, and I surrendered to the water. And I just allowed it to happen. And I allowed my body to be supported by the water. And I allowed myself to unwind all the thoughts and just be present in the moment while the water held me up. And in that moment, I had the realization, this is what surrender feels like. And so for the next 6 months, I tried to tap back into that somatic experience that I had of surrender. I would meditate on that experience to really try to lock it in my body. Now, fortunately, I reached a set point, but unfortunately then, there have been times where I've gotten in my head or times where I've gotten out of my body and forgot what it felt like to surrender. The reason this topic is so important right now, it's so relevant for our times that we're going through, because we don't know the outcomes. We don't know what's going to happen next. I could go deeper into that, but I don't know if I want to. We don't know what, virus or pandemic is going to show up next, right? We don't know what the future looks like, because the way that the future is created is by the collective energy, and we don't know when people are going to co-create heaven on earth. So it's so important right now that we are able to sink into surrender, sink into that trust and knowing of who you are, what you have to offer, why you're here on this planet right now, why you took a human form and came here. Because when you know those things, you can sink into the experience and allow it to unfold around you while you are focused on your creations and you're focused on your inner work and your self-healing and discovering your wholeness. And when you get into that space of truly knowing who you are, why you are here, and committed to doing your inner work, then what happens around you, you see it for the illusion that it is, and you can surrender in that trust and knowing that your experience is supported and deeply guided. Now I'm in that place for myself today because of the inner work that I've done, because of the support that I've had. I've been in contact with my mentor for over 17 years. That's a long time in Earth years to have deep support, to be doing my inner work, to be remembering who I am and why I'm here. And I know that part of my soul mission is to help you remember why you are here and to facilitate healing for you. And that is why I am offering mentorships. If you go to susiebyler.com/mentorship, you will see the offering for the 12-month, the year-long mentorship. Spirit has told me that is not for everyone. Not everyone is ready to dive in that deeply. But since I'm transitioning away from one-on-one sessions and moving into more longer-term commitments with people, I need to offer other options. So there will likely be a 3-month, 6-month, and 9-month offering as well. And this is for those of you who want to go deep, who want to heal, who want to remember why you are here, what your contribution is to co-creating heaven on earth with me and the collective energy. So if that calls to you, go to susiebyler.com/mentorship, fill out the application, email that to me, and then we can get on a Zoom call together. If what I see in your application resonates with what I have to offer, then we'll get on a Zoom call and see what which offering would be best for you to start with. All right, so I love you so much, and I thank you for being here on this planet with me. it takes a lot of courage to be here during these times. And there's also so much beauty, and I want to help you remember the beauty as well. So lots of love to you. Thank you always for watching my videos. I appreciate you. Take good care of yourselves, and let's co-create heaven on earth together. Let's restore the heaven that earth is meant to be. Much love.